Hi everybody, my name is Justin Stoney and I'm the founder of New York Vocal Coaching here in New York City. And welcome to our second episode of Voice Lessons to the World. This is a show where we want to help you as singers to have the best information and to improve your voices. Today I'm really excited because we actually have our very first question ever. This comes from Kristen S. in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Kristen writes, she says, "My voice sounds very nasal. People tell me that my singing and my speaking voice sound nasal. What can I do to fix this?" Now, Kristen, that's a fantastic question and something that a lot of singers struggle with, and a lot of times is just due to a confusion about what it actually means to even be nasal. You see, we have two things. We've got nasal resonance and we've got nasality. And most singers will fall on one of the extremes of either too nasal or not nasal enough. But let's first talk about what these two things are. So nasal resonance tends to be a very good thing, and nasality tends to be not so good of a thing. Nasal resonance, if you hear me speaking to you like this, and I say, "Hello, my name is Justin," I've got nasal resonance in my voice.
If I take the sound out of my nose, suddenly I start to sound kind of muddy, and I sound almost like Sylvester Stallone in Rocky. "Yo, Adrian!" And it kind of sounds kind of strange.
But I put the sound back in my nose, and then I sound like myself. So we know that it sounds normal to have a little nasal resonance in the voice. So how this applies to singing, if I just take a little exercise here, and I have it in my nasal resonators, I sing ma, 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 ma. But if I take it out of my nose, ba, 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 it starts to sound a little bit muddy. So again, with resonance, ma, 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 and without, ma, 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 ma. So when we sing, we actually do want to feel a nasal resonance, a little bit of a vibration right up here. So then what's the bad nasal? That has actually more to do with the larynx than it does with the nose. If I speak to you and I say, "Hello, my name is Justin," my larynx is staying pretty put.
If I drop my larynx down, I get a kind of muddy sound. "Hello, my name is Justin."
But then if I squeeze my larynx up and I say, "Hello, my name is Justin,"
then I start to get a bad nasal sound. Now what's really interesting,
so I squeeze my larynx up here and I cut off my nasal cavity, I can actually make a really nasal sound without any nasal resonance at all.
so a really nasal sound doesn't actually even need to have nose in it. So when you're singing, Kristen or anybody out there, you want to make sure that it's not your larynx squeezing up. That's going to cause nasality. You also don't want to jam your larynx down. But you do want to feel a little bit of nasal resonance, a vibration right in through here. So that's nasal resonance, that's good. And squeezing the larynx up with neck muscles or with your upper body, that's going to be bad and cause the nasal sound, the nasality sound that you don't want. So I hope that that's been helpful for you guys today. If you have questions that you want to have us answer on our show, go ahead and send an email to questions@voicelessonstotheworld.com. We encourage you guys just to not lose the joy, don't lose the passion. Work really hard at your voice, find a voice teacher that you love in your area, and just never let anybody tell you that you can't sing, because we know that's just not true. If you guys are in New York City, you can email us for an appointment at www.newyorkvocalcoaching.com. Come on down and study with one of our staff here at New York Vocal Coaching. And if you like these videos, you can check out www.voicelessonstotheworld.com. I'm Justin Stoney.